Hey, Virgo. Um, so, Virgo, I need you to stop scrolling right now because what I'm about to tell you is happening in real time as we speak. And it's so intense that when I sat down to channel this message, my hands were actually shaking. There is someone who cannot stop looking at your pictures. They're scrolling through your social media at all hours, screenshotting images, zooming in on your face, your smile, your energy, and they are absolutely consumed, Virgo, like they're losing sleep over you. Their finger is hovering over the call button or the message button, and they want to reach out so badly, but they're paralyzed by fear and regret and the weight of everything they didn't say when they had the chance. And Spirit is showing me that this person is on the verge of breaking, on the verge of finally making contact, and you need to know what's really happening in their mind and heart right now. Okay. So, before we dive into who this person is and what they're feeling, I need you to do something sacred with me because this reading is going to reveal things that are meant only for you. If you're feeling this energy, if something just shifted in your chest when I mentioned someone obsessing over your pictures, then hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Virgo because this channel is your direct line to Spirit. And drop a comment, even if it's just an emoji or the word seen, because that act of engagement creates a protective seal around this message and tells the universe you're ready to receive the truth is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than. Okay, let's go deeper. So I'm pulling the first card to see who this person is, what their energy looks like. And oh, Virgo, the King of Cups reversed, just fell out. And this tells me everything. Look at this king who should be sitting calmly on his throne holding a cup of emotional mastery, but he's upside down. The cup is spilling. The water is pouring out uncontrollably. And his face, which should be serene, is twisted with emotional chaos. The ocean behind him that should be calm is turbulent and dark. And what Spirit is showing me is that this person is emotionally unstable right now. They're flooded with feelings they can't control. They're drowning in their own emotions about you. The King of Cups reversed is someone who usually keeps their feelings locked down, who prides themselves on being in control, on being mature and logical. But Virgo, you've broken something inside them. You've cracked their armor. And now all these suppressed emotions are flooding out and they don't know what to do with them. And so they're channeling this obsession into your pictures, into your image, because looking at you is the only way they can feel close to you without risking vulnerability, without risking rejection. And every time they see a new photo of you smiling or living your life or glowing, it's like a dagger to their heart because they're not in that picture. They're not part of your happiness. And that realization is destroying them. And you see, the King of Cups reversed can also indicate someone who's been dishonest about their feelings. Someone who played it cool when inside they were burning. Someone who maybe even pushed you away or acted indifferent when really they were terrified of how much they cared. And now that distance they created, that emotional unavailability they weaponized, it's backfired completely because you've moved on. You've leveled up. And they're stuck staring at your pictures like a ghost haunting their own past mistakes. So let me pull what they're thinking when they look at your pictures, what's actually going through their mind. And the Two of Cups appeared, but it's surrounded by such heavy energy. Normally, the Two of Cups is this beautiful card of partnership and mutual love, two people facing each other, holding cups in union with the caduceus above them, symbolizing healing and soul connection. But in this context, Virgo, what I'm getting is that this person is looking at your pictures and fantasizing about the Two of Cups. They're imagining what it would be like if they had chosen you, if they had been honest, if they had built a real partnership with you instead of running or playing games or taking you for granted. The Two of Cups represents what could have been, what should have been, and every picture you post is a reminder to them that they had the chance to be your person and they blew it. And now they're watching you from the sidelines, watching you thrive, watching you be happy or at least appear happy. And they're torturing themselves with the question of whether there's someone else in your life now, whether you found your Two of Cups with someone who actually deserves you. And that thought, that possibility, it's eating them alive, Virgo, because they know they have no right to be jealous, no right to be possessive, but the heart doesn't listen to logic, and their heart is screaming that you were supposed to be theirs. Let me see what's stopping them from reaching out, what fear is keeping them paralyzed. And okay, the Eight of Swords just appeared, and Virgo, this is the imprisonment card. Look at this figure standing blindfolded with their arms loosely bound, surrounded by 8 swords stuck in the ground forming a cage. But here's the thing, the bindings aren't tight. The swords aren't actually blocking the path. This person could free themselves if they chose to, but they're trapped in their own mind, trapped by their own limiting beliefs and fears. And what Spirit is revealing is that this person wants desperately to call you, to text you, to break the silence. But they're paralyzed by the Eight of Swords mentality. They're telling themselves, you've moved on, you don't care anymore, you'll reject them, you'll laugh at them, you'll ignore them. And so they stay stuck. They stay in the self-imposed prison, scrolling through your pictures, writing and deleting messages, picking up the phone and putting it down, caught in this agonizing loop of wanting to reach out but being too afraid to actually do it. The Eight of Swords is also showing me that this person is replaying the past in their mind. They're going over every conversation, every moment where they could have been different, could have been braver, could have chosen you. And they're torturing themselves with regret, with all the things they didn't say, all the ways they failed you. And Virgo, this mental prison they're in, it's their own karma. It's the consequence of their emotional cowardice. And while part of me feels compassion for their suffering, another part of me knows that you deserve better than someone who only wants you now that you're gone, who only values you now that they can't have you. So let me pull what your pictures specifically are doing to them, what energy you're radiating that has them so obsessed. And oh my God, Virgo, the Queen of Wands just appeared, and this is you. This is the energy you're putting out into the world right now, and it's absolutely magnetic. Look at this queen sitting confidently on her throne, decorated with lions. She's holding a sunflower, which represents vitality and joy and turning toward the light. And at her feet is a black cat, symbolizing mystery and independence and feminine power. And her expression is one of complete self-assurance. She knows who she is. She's not waiting for anyone's approval. She's living her life fully and unapologetically. And Virgo, this is what's driving this person insane. Your pictures are showing them that you've become the Queen of Wands. You're glowing, you're confident, you're living your best life without them. And that transformation, that glow up, it's both attractive and terrifying to them because it confirms that you didn't need them, that you're actually better off without them. And that realization is a blow to their ego and a pain to their heart because they want to be the reason for your happiness, but instead they're watching you create happiness on your own. The Queen of Wands is someone who's moved on emotionally, who's in their power, who's not sitting around waiting for someone to choose them. And every picture you post is evidence of that, evidence that you're thriving. And this person is seeing that, and it's triggering this desperate, urgent need to reach out before you disappear completely from their life, before you become so far out of their league that they have no chance at all. And so they're obsessing, they're scrolling, they're staring at your face, trying to read your energy. trying to figure out if there's any opening, any possibility that you might still care. Let me see what they're planning to do, whether they're actually going to reach out or just keep torturing themselves in silence. And the Ace of Cups just appeared, and Virgo, this is significant. The Ace of Cups is the offering of the heart. It's new emotional beginnings. Look at this hand emerging from the clouds, holding a golden chalice overflowing with water, 5 streams pouring down into a lotus pond, and a dove descending with a communion wafer. And what this is showing me is that this person wants to offer you their heart. They want to have an honest conversation. They want to confess how they really feel. They want a chance at a new beginning with you. The Ace of Cups is pure emotional vulnerability. It's someone saying, I'm ready to be real with you. I'm ready to stop hiding. I'm ready to show you what's in my heart. And Virgo, I'm getting that this person is building up the courage to finally make contact, to finally call or text or reach out in some way. And when they do, it's going to be emotional. It's going to be raw. It's going to be everything they should have said months ago, but were too scared or too proud or too confused to express. And the Ace of Cups is showing me that this confession is coming soon, like within days or a couple of weeks. And you need to prepare yourself for how you want to respond. But here's what you need to understand, Virgo, and this is where Spirit wants me to be very clear with you. Just because someone is finally ready to offer you their Ace of Cups doesn't mean you have to accept it. Just because someone is finally being honest doesn't erase the months of silence or the pain they caused or the way they made you feel unseen and undervalued. And so let me pull what you need to know, what guidance Spirit has for you about this situation. And okay, the Queen of Swords appeared, and Virgo, this is also you. This is the energy you need to hold on to when this person reaches out. Look at this queen sitting elevated on her throne. She's holding a sword upright, the blade of truth and discernment, and her other hand is extended as if to say stop or speak clearly. And her expression is serious, wise. She's someone who's been through pain, who's learned hard lessons, who values honesty and consistency above pretty words. And the sky behind her is clear and blue. She's not clouded by illusion or fantasy. She sees things as they are. And Spirit is saying that when this King of Cups reverse person finally reaches out with their Ace of Cups confession, you need to be the Queen of Swords. You need to listen with your mind as much as your heart. You need to ask the hard questions. You need to observe their actions, not just their words, because the Queen of Swords doesn't get swept away by emotion. She doesn't forgive just because someone finally decided to be honest. She requires proof. She requires consistency. She requires someone to demonstrate through sustained action that they've actually changed, and not just that they're scared of losing you permanently. The Queen of Swords is you protecting your peace, protecting your heart, protecting the progress you've made. And Virgo, you've come too far to go backward. You've become the Queen of Wands. You've stepped into your power. And you cannot abandon that power just because someone who didn't value you before suddenly realizes your worth now. And so when that call comes, when that message arrives, when they finally break their silence, I want you to remember this reading. I want you to remember that you are both queens now, the Queen of Wands who knows her value and the Queen of Swords who protects it. And from that sovereign place, you get to decide whether their Ace of Cups is genuine or just a last desperate attempt to keep you as an option. So here's what's going to happen, Virgo. And this is the conclusion. This is the sealing of the message. This person is going to reach out. They're going to break. They're going to confess. And when they do, you're going to feel a lot of things. Maybe validation that you weren't crazy for feeling the connection. Maybe sadness for the time that was wasted. Maybe anger at their cowardice. Maybe even a flicker of hope that maybe this time could be different. And all of those feelings are valid. all of them are okay. But what matters most is that you don't make a decision from those emotions. You make a decision from your queen energy, from your wisdom, from your knowing that you deserve someone who doesn't need to lose you to realize your worth, someone who doesn't need months of obsessing over your pictures to finally be brave enough to speak their truth. And if this person proves through time and action that they've genuinely transformed, that they've done the work, that they're ready to meet you as an equal and not as someone trying to reclaim what they took for granted, then maybe there's a path forward. But Virgo, that's for you to decide from a place of power, from a place of choice, not from a place of lack or loneliness or nostalgia for what never really was. And whatever you decide, know that you are protected, you are guided, you are worthy of a love that doesn't make you question, doesn't make you wait, doesn't make you small. And that love is coming, whether it's with this person after real change or with someone new who sees your light from the beginning and never tries to dim it. You are the queen. And queens always win.